Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Pushpa Karavansa Paribrajaka Chadha Samal Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavindi ki Jai Ramacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gaur Gopinath Sam Kund Radha Kund Girivardhan ki Jai वृंदावन धाम की जय नवद्वीप धाम की जय गंगा माई की जय जमुना माई की जय तुलसी देवी की जय भक्ति देवी की जय स्वामी तो भक्तविंद की जय ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असमर ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असमर ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असमर थैंक यू वेरी मच No. So just one day before Ratha-yatra, there is a festival in Jagannath Puri which is called Gundica-marjana. Gundica-marjana from the Jagannath temple about 2 miles away. There is another temple house, not exactly temple, where the deity Jagannath goes during this Ratha-yatra festival from the temple to that Gundica house and then the deities remain there for 1 week and then comes back. And during that 1 week there are many festivals. As I told you in this morning, this Jagannath is proceeding toward Vrindavan. Radharani is inviting Krishna. Krishna, after his childhood, Pauganda Lila, he was called by his father, his real father. Practically he was called for killing Kamsa, his maternal uncle, who was giving trouble to the whole Yadu dynasty, and everyone was waiting for Krishna. So Krishna appeared and immediately he was transferred to a friend's house by his father. Vasudev is Kshatriya and Nanda Maharaj is a Vaishya. Kshatriya business is royal family and Vaishya, they are agriculturists, traders, Krishi Goraksha and protection of cows. These three business livelihood of the Vaishya. Krishi go raksha vanijyam. Krishi means agriculture. And go raksha, cow protection. This is Vedic civilization. The section of people, they are engaged in different activities. Not that a man is working as a carpenter and is called, come on, you have to go to Vietnam to fight. This is not very scientific. He has been trained up as a carpenter and now he is called to fight. That is not perfect division of. The fighting is required. But there must be a class fully trained up for fighting. That is Kshatriya. There must be a class of men simply for cultivation of spiritual knowledge. There must be a class fully for business, cow protection, agriculture. That is also required. Nothing is neglected. Just like in our body, there are 4 parts: the mouth, the arms, the belly, and the legs. Everything is required for proper upkeep of the body. Not that you ask the mouth to walk or ask the leg to eat. How it is that? The modern civilization is defective. They do not know how to maintain society. There is therefore no peace. Especially there is want of brain, crazy. Just like throughout the whole body, the head is the most important part of the body. If you cut your hands, you can live. But if you cut your head, you cannot live. Then whole thing is gone. Similarly, at the present moment, the society is headless, a dead body, or head cracked, crazy. There is head, nonsense head. Nonsense head. What is the use of nonsense head? Therefore, there is a great necessity of creating a class who will act as brain and head. That is Krishna conscious movement. The whole human society is suffering for want of good brain. Created a nonsense democracy. A carpenter is called to fight. A cow slaughterer is called to preside over the meeting. What is this? One must be fit for the business. If you want to make one king, he must be just like royal ideas, how always thinking of the welfare of the citizens. Just like Yudhishthira Maharaj. The whole business was how the people will be happy. When Parikshit Maharaj was born, the child, it is the Vedic system. As soon as a child is born, immediately expert Brahmins, astrologers are called. Automatically, that is called Jatukriya. There is a function. There are 10 kinds of functions. From the point of begetting a child up to the point of death, there are sanskaras or reformatory process. By that process, a human being is made up perfect. That is called Dasavida Sanskar, 10 kinds of processes. This Upanayan, this initiation, offering the sacred thread. That is also out of those 10 processes. The beginning of the process is called garbhadhan, begetting a child. It is not sex enjoyment. It is a process by which you produce nice child. If you produce nice children, then the world is peaceful. But if you produce cats and dogs, how can we expect peace and prosperity? Therefore, that is a process, garbhadhan sanskar. In this way, the Vedic system is the perfect process for creating civilized human beings. So, that is another chapter. Our present meeting is concerned with the Ratha-yatra. So, Krishna, he is born of a Kshatriya father. He is not born, but he appeared as the son. God is never born, unborn. Therefore, the Mayavadi philosophers, they mistake to know Krishna. They think that Krishna is born, then how he can be God? But actually Krishna was not born from the womb of his mother. He appeared in 4 hands before his mother. And the mother was afraid that my brother Kansa was awaiting to kill God. And now God is here in 4 hands, immediately he will kill. The mother forgets that my son, if he is God, how he can be killed? But the mother's affection is always like that. Just like Krishna, when he was going to attack a demon as a boy, Jashoda would, mother Jashoda would ask her husband, Nanda Maharaj, why do you allow this boy to go out? Why don't you clock him? So that is mother's affection. The mother, Jashoda mother, she does not know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. Then her motherly affection will be checked. Therefore she was, by Yoga Maya, she was always covered. Although Krishna playing child, just like a common child, at the same time showing that he is the Supreme Personality of God. He was eating clay. Some friends complained to Mother Jashoda that you gave him nice food stuff and he is eating clay. So Mother called him, Krishna, you are eating clay? Krishna said, no Mother, they are all liars. Oh, your elder brother Balaram is also saying, oh, he is angry upon me. He is angry upon me, therefore he is also speaking lie. Then the boys still stressed, no Mother, he has eaten clay. We have seen. So Mother said, all right, open your mouth, I will see. The Krishna opened his mouth and she saw the whole material cosmic manifestation. Not only Jashoda, thousands of Jashoda and thousands of planets, suns, moons and everything saw. The mothers thought, Jashoda, must be something jugglery. All right, forget. Don't do it again. This is Krishna. That he is playing the part of a perfect child. Mother Jashoda ordering, open your mouth, I want to see. Yes, Mother, just see. And when he saw his mouth, oh, the mother could not just. That is God. That he is by being
obliged by the devotee. He is playing the part of a child at the same time maintaining his supremacy as the Supreme Personality of God. That is Krishna. Not that by mystic power one becomes God. No, God is God always. When on the lap of his mother he is God. Uh, when he is the mother, on the lap of his mother, Putana came to kill him. So Krishna sucked her breast and life also, but gave him the position of mother because Krishna is so good that he did not take the bad side. Krishna, how can he be envious? He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everyone is his part and parcel. Therefore, he cannot be envious to anyone. He is always kind to everyone. So this incident, that Krishna, Putana came to kill him by smearing poison on her breast. She thought that the child will suck my breast and immediately die. The child sucked the breast as well as her life. But Krishna thought that this demon, although came to me with a purpose to kill me, but I have been used as a child and she has become my mother. So she must get the position of my mother. This is Krishna's kindness. So, try to understand Krishna philosophy very nicely. What is God? There are so many fictitious rogues, rascals, they are presenting themselves God. Try to understand what is God. Don't be misled. Krishnastu Bhagavan Sam. There is no other God except Krishna. Therefore Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Mam ekam, only unto me. Surrender. And he has proved himself that he is God. There are many so-called gods, but they have not proved that they are God. No, God is one and that is Krishna. So this Krishna, Lord Krishna, when he was called by his father, people generally did not know that Krishna is Vasudev's son, but later on it was disclosed by talkings one after another. Then when the fact was disclosed, then Kansa arranged for a wrestling match and Krishna was called to fight. That we'll read in our Krishna book. It's a long story. Similarly, Krishna went to his father's house and he came to Kurukshetra in the chariot. This is Ratha-yatra. And Radharani and the inhabitants of Vrindavan, their only business was, after Krishna departed from Vrindavan to Mathura, and he never returned. Once he returned, so Mother Jasoda, the cowherd boys and the gopis, they lost their life and vital force, so they were simply crying and weeping. That was their business. So Krishna sent sometimes Uddhava to pacify them, that I am coming very soon after finishing my business. So when they got this opportunity that Krishna has come to Kurukshetra with his brother, sister, father, so let us go and see. So they went to Kurukshetra to see Krishna. Whenever they got some opportunity, they wanted to see. Just like these cowherds boys, when there was battle of Kurukshetra near Delhi, Vrindavan is not far away from Delhi. It is about 90 miles. So they went to see Krishna in the charioteer fighting dress. They were astonished. They thought that Krishna is our friend, cowherd boy. How is that? He is in the chariot fighting. Uh, So they became astonished. So this is the pastimes of Vrindavan. So similarly, when the inhabitants of Vrindavan went to see uh, Lord Krishna, Jagannath, Krishna means Jagannath. Jagat, Jagat means this world. And Natha means master or proprietor. So Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhoktaram Jagadavasham Sarvalokamayassaram. I am the proprietor of all the planets. Therefore, he is Jagannath. Jagannath means the proprietor of all the world, all the planets. So, the Vrindavan inhabitants went to see Krishna because their life was Krishna. They did not know anything except Krishna. So that was the opportunity. So it was the request of Radharani to Krishna, my dear Krishna, you are the same Krishna, I am the same Radharani. We are meeting, but we are not meeting in the same place. Here, you are just like a royal king with chariots, with soldiers, with your ministers, secretaries, and there in Vrindavan, you are a cowherd boy, and we used to meet in the jungles, in the bushes. So I want to take you there. Then I will be happy. Ah. So that sentiment was expressed by Lord Chaitanya because Lord Chaitanya's worship was in the mood of Radharani. Radha Krishna Pranaya Virkiti Allahadini Shakti Rasma Ekatmanavapi Pura Deho Vedo Gatauto. You try to understand Krishna philosophy. It is the sublime philosophy and I want to say culture. Yeah. If you are those who are fortunate, they have come to this Krishna consciousness movement. Their life is successful, no doubt about it. So, this philosophy that Krishna, Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikiti, the love affairs of Radha and Krishna, what is this? Is this a play like the young girl and young boy? Of course, it is just like that. It appears, and actually it is so. But it is not this play of this material world of a young boy and young girl. No. It is the pastime of the Supreme Lord with his Allahadini potency. Allahadini. Radha Krishna Pranaya Virkiti Allahadini Shakti. Just like in this material world, there are three qualities. Satagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. Similarly, in the spiritual world, there are three, I am to say, potencies. These qualities are also potencies. Sammi, Sandhini, and what is the other? Sambit, Sandhini, Alladini. Sambit, Sandhini, Alladini. So, the Alladini potency is Krishna. This has been very much scholarly discussed by Srila Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami presents this love affairs of Krishna and Radha very philosophically. His first question is, the Krishna is Parabrahma. Krishna is Parabrahma. That is accepted by Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita. Param Dhama, Param Brahma, Pavitram Paramam Bhavan. Parabrahma, the Supreme, absolute truth. Now, in this material world, there are different features of sense gratification. Satagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. So the gopis and Krishna, whether they are a loving affairs or pastimes of this world, that is his question. Just like here, young boys and young girls meet together, they try to enjoy life. Whether Krishna's Leela, Krishna's pastimes with the gopis is the same thing. No. That is the philosophical presentation. He gives the reason that Krishna is Parabrahma. But here in this material world, we see that Parama Brahma, to become attached to Parabrahma or to realize Parabrahma, a person, an intelligent person, gives up everything within this world. That is the philosophy of Lord Shankaracharya. He says that this world is false. Param Brahma is Brahma Sattva Jaganmitra. So cultivate yourself to realize Parabrahma. And his process is sannyas. Give up, renounce this world. So Jiva Goswami puts forward this philosophy that if for Parabrahma realization one has to give up everything material, how Parabrahma can enjoy something material? This is the question. If for realizing Parabrahma one has to give up everything material, and practically we are saying that, that's like Shankaracharya, their renunciation, their austerities, very, very severe. Shankaracharya will not accept anybody as eligible for advancing in spiritual culture without having accepted the renounced order of life, sannyas. First accept sannyas, then talk of absolute truth. That is a Shankar Sampradaya. We Vaishnava Sampradaya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sampradaya, our process is little different. Although we have nothing to do with this material world, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sampradaya gives facility that we can make the best use of this material world. That is the difference between the Sankar philosophy and Vaishnava philosophy. Sankar philosophy says that this world is false. We Vaishnava philosophers, we say, no, this world is not false, because it is emanation from the real, the absolute real. How it can be false? It has got its proper use. One who does not know its proper use, for them it is false. They are after something false. But those who know the value of this word, Harisambandhi Vastuna, everything has got some connection with the Supreme Lord. Ishavasa Vidam Sarvam. Everything is in connection or has relationship with the Supreme Lord. That is our philosophy. We don't say that this speaker, microphone, is false. Why it is false? The microphone is produced out of the energy of Krishna. This matter, this iron, or this wood, that is a production of Krishna's energy. If Krishna is true, absolute truth, then his energy is also true. And anything produced of his energy, that is also true. But as the energy is utilized for the energetic, similarly, anything produced by Krishna's energy should be utilized for Krishna. That is our philosophy. So we don't say that false, we say reality. Therefore, in Krishna consciousness movement, we accept everything, but accept everything for service of Krishna. Nothing for my sense gratification. That is Krishna consciousness. We do not say that this world is false. Give up. Why? Our acharyas, Rupa Goswami says, anasaktasya vishayan jatharam upajanjat nirbandhe Krishna sambandhe jukta vairagamuchyat. You should not be attached with Krishna's property. The Kurmis are attached to the Krishna's property. They are trying to still unlawfully enjoy Krishna's property. That is Kurmi. And the Gyanis, so-called Gyanis, out of ignorance, trying to renounce Krishna's property. The Gyanis, they are very much proud that they are advancing knowledge and renouncing. But if somebody asks, sir, what you are renouncing? This world. All right. When this world became your property, that you are renouncing. When this world became your property, you renounce something which you possess. But if you do not possess something, what is the meaning of your renouncement? You came here empty-handed, you leave here for some time and go away. So, in the beginning, you are not proprietor, and when you go away, you are not proprietor. Then what is the meaning of your renouncement? So that is the defect. So we don't renounce. We see that everything is given by Krishna to us. Tena tattena bhanjita. Nothing belongs to me. Everything Krishna's. Even my body, that is also Krishna's. My mind, that is also Krishna's. My thoughts, my speech, whatever I create, everything belongs to Krishna. This is Krishna philosophy. Actually, that is the fact. So this Jagannath Ratha-yatra is a part of this Krishna consciousness movement, because Lord Chaitanya preached this Krishna consciousness movement within 500 years. Of course, Krishna consciousness movement is not a new thing. From Bhagavad Gita, we understand it is 5,000 years old. And from Bhagavad Gita, we also understand that it is 5 million years old. But in the modern age, this Krishna consciousness movement, Hare Krishna movement, was started by Lord Chaitanya, and this Ratha-yatra is part of this movement. Therefore, we have introduced this Ratha-yatra festival in our society. And the boys and the girls, they are taking it very nicely, and it will go on. So, the Lord Chaitanya was taking the part of Radharani. When Radharani requested Krishna to come to Vrindavan. So when Lord Chaitanya was before the Ratha-yatra, he was thinking that I am taking Krishna to Vrindavan. That is his expression. I am taking Krishna to Vrindavan. So that function is observed yearly, and Krishna, Jagannath, goes to that Gundica. So today is Gundica-marjana day. So Lord Chaitanya personally used to wash the whole temple along with his assistants. Hundreds of, at that time there was no hose pipe, but people used to bring water in big water pots. So when Lord Chaitanya wanted to wash the Gundica Mandir, the king of Jagannath Puri Maharaj Prataprudra, he was a great devotee of Lord Chaitanya. So it was his open order to his officers that whenever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will ask for anything, it must be immediately supplied. So during this time, about in those days there was no railway facilities 500 years ago. So people used to go on foot from, especially from Bengal, and because he was staying in Odisha, there are many Uriya and Gaudiya. Practically, Lord Chaitanya's followers are the Bengalis and the Uriyas. They are generally because Lord Chaitanya appeared in Bengal and resided. He made his residence in Odisha. Naturally, the people of these two provinces became his devotees in large number. Still in Odisha, there are many devotees as there are in Bengal. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was patronized, or Maharaj Prataprudra was very powerful king. He did not allow the Mohammedans to enter into Odisha. He was so powerful. At that time, whole India was occupied by the Pathans, but they could not enter in Orissa and the South India. So Maharaj Prataprudra was very powerful king, and at the same time he was a devotee of Lord Chaitanya. So his open order was that whenever and whatever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will ask anything, it must be supplied. So on this day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to wash that Gundica-marjana with hundreds of his followers, and they were ordered to bring water from the nearest tank. There is one tank. If you go sometimes to Jagannath Puri, you'll see that place. So from that tank, hundreds of water pots were brought, and first of all, it was what is called sweeping. The sweeping process is first of all taken, and he wanted to see all the devotees how much dust you have gathered. Uh, he'll see personally. Let me see what is the amount of your dust you have gathered by sweeping. Then I, then I will understand that you are very hard. Uh, so then after it is very finely, twice, uh, first of all once swept, then second time, not even a small particle grain should remain. That was his order. Within this room, there is no facility for dancing. So on the Ratha-yatra day, we'll have good facility for dancing.
Hare Krishna. Today's lecture is based on today's occasion, Gundica-marjanam. Prabhupada spoke on this occasion of Gundica-marjanam. So Prabhupada began saying about Ratha-yatra and where is Jagannath going, towards which place, and how far it is from main temple, and how long Jagannath going to stay there. 3 in 1. Vinay Prabhu.
Jagannath ji is going to Gundica temple house. It is 2 miles away from the main temple, and he was going to stay for 7 days.
Hari Bol. And next, Prabhupada is telling Krishna is proceeding from Vrindavan towards Mathura after his Pauganda Leela. Why he is going to Mathura? And Prabhupada explaining about the duties of Vaishya also in that. Yes.
Prabhupada was telling that Krishna went to Mathura to kill Kamsa, and the duties of Vaishya are like agriculture, cow protection, and farming.
Hari Bol. So next Prabhupada is explaining about Vedic civilization and modern civilization. Ashiram.
For telling modern civilizations are headless. There is no Brahman headless. Prabhupada telling. At the Vedic civilizations, that Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra, all are that working that properly. That properly.
Hari Bol. And purpose telling this modern civilization is headless society, headless civilization, dead body and head cracked, crazy. So why he is telling actually like that? Why it is like that? Why it is defective?
There are no real Brahmanas in this society.
Okay,
That's what is Prabhupada's
that is
mean.
partly correct.
Prabhupada was mentioning that there is no proper categorization in the society. Like the carpenter is even asked to fight in the Vietnam War, like that. So it is not misorganized and mismanaged.
Hari Bol. So Prabhupada is telling the whole human society is suffering for want of good brain. So, and in those days there used to be ideal kings, and Prabhupada gave some examples about ideal kings. Here he quoted two ideal kings from the Bhagavatam. Anybody? Prabhupada.
Yudhishthir Maharaj and Parikshit Maharaj.
Hari Bol. And next Prabhupada spoke about samskaras. And what is the effect of samskaras? Kashiram.
That reformatory process, Prabhupada telling. So
It is
how
two samskaras Prabhupada said here.
Dasavidha samskara, the jata, karma, upanan,
Upanayana, Garbhadan, samskar.
samskara.
The result is that
To make civilized human beings like that, they can properly rule the all the
they will produce good children, then the world is peaceful.
peace.
If you produce cats and dogs, how can you expect peace and prosperity? Hari Bol. So next Prabhupada is telling Mayavadis don't understand Krishna rightly. So what is a misunderstanding of Mayavadis about Krishna? Yes.
They think that Krishna is born from womb of Ishwara.
Hari Bol. Then what is the right thing? What is the right understanding?
Means Krishna came like out of with
Four heads? No, 4 hands.
sorry, 4 hands. So
He gave an analogy actually with nature. I will give the hint also. Sun. Prabhupada gave example about the sun to compare with Krishna's birth. What he said?
Prabhupada says that Krishna was appeared, not born.
Just like sun is risen, it's not born. Similarly, Krishna is also not born. Mayavadis think that Krishna is born. Krishna appears, not takes birth. Hari Bol. So next, Prabhupada explaining uh, how Krishna covers Yashoda with Yogamaya. Why he covers with Yogamaya potency? Ni mata is okay. Yes.
Prabhupada mentioned that otherwise her motherly affection will be checked if she is not covered by the Yogamaya potency.
Hari Bol. Yeah, if Krishna remains like Supreme Personality of Godhead, actually, so there also Devaki also thinking of Krishna's protection. He will be killed by Kamsa or something. So that she cannot feel like that actually if she knows Krishna is God. Similarly, Yashoda also is always thinking of complaining to Nanda Maharaj, why are you letting him out? There is a danger. Always bind him at home only. So that is the motherly affection. And next, Prabhupada is explaining about Krishna is eating clay and explaining about the whole pastime about how Mother Yashoda is, asking Krishna to open his mouth and everything. Krishna showed the universal, whole universe. And finally, Mother Yashoda confused and told, yes, okay, don't do it again. Huh. So next, Prabhupada is telling, Krishna cannot be envious of anyone because everybody is his own part and parcel. He is always kind to everyone. So he explained this with one example. Here.
पूतना वध की लीला.
हाँ?
पूतना.
हाँ, हरि बोल. So Krishna never became envious of Putana actually, even though she came with ill intention, because she is also Krishna's part and parcel only. So God cannot be envious towards anybody because everybody is his own part and parcel. Even though she came with bad intention to kill Krishna, but she came like mother. So Krishna accepted her as mother. So next, Prabhupada is telling that Vrajavasis always want to see Krishna whenever there is an opportunity. In 2 occasions, Vrajavasis here they visited Krishna. Prabhupada gave 2 occasions, 2 places. So which are the 2 places which Vrajavasis happen to?
One is in Kurukshetra. Second one is Prabhasa Kshetra. Second one, Prabhasa Kshetra.
Prabhasa Kshetra, not exactly. It is also Kurukshetra only. But different occasions. One is Kurukshetra, that is a solar eclipse time. Another is during that war time. Gopabalas all came and they saw Krishna actually. He is fighting with all the army and everything. Hari Bol. During the war time, during the war happening at that time, one is not war happening, that is the time solar eclipse time, that is the time they went for bathing there. So Prabhupada explaining about Ratha-yatra, what is the mood of Radharani's request towards Krishna, what is her feeling? Yes, Prabhu.
Radharani is requesting Krishna that you are in Kurukshetra, you are like a royal prince guarded by all your soldiers and men. But in Vrindavan, you are like a cowherd boy and enjoying in the forest. So I want you take back there.
Hari Bol. So there Radha and Krishna are meeting, but the place is not right place actually. So in that way, because the place is not right, you know, the same feelings of love is not present at that time. So Radharani is saying that you will be more happy if you come to Vrindavan. I can make you more happy there. So she is inviting Krishna to Vrindavan. So and Prabhupada explaining about this Radha Krishna Leela is of not of this material world. So this is completely transcendental. He quoted this Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikruti, and he said about three qualities of the material world and three potencies of spiritual world. What are these three? That three.
Hare Krishna. In material world there are three modes that are mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. Rajoguna, Sattva-guna, and Tamo-guna. And in the spiritual world, there are three potencies, that is Samvit, Sannidhi, and Aladini.
Harivo. So Radha Krishna Leela comes under which potency in that? You can say. There Mata.
Alahadini potency.
Harivo. So Krishna's enjoyment is of not of this material world actually. Prabhupada quoted two acharyas about one is Shankaracharya, another is Jiva Goswami to explain this concept. So Krishna's enjoyment is not of this material world. So how this is completely transcendental. Yes.
Krishna. Prabhupada said that Shankaracharya's philosophy is to renounce this world completely. Even because Krishna is Supreme Brahman, one who has to realize that Brahman, they have to renounce this world. This is the first basic level, their qualification to understand Supreme Brahman, to renounce this whole world. So to attain Brahman, if you have to renounce this world, how can the Brahman can enjoy something material? So Prabhupada was giving this answer.
Harivo. So there is a slight difference between Shankaracharya philosophy and our philosophy. Not slight, little big only. Prabhupada said in the beginning, little bit difference. So what is the first principle in Shankaracharya philosophy to understand the absolute truth? Yes.
They renounce everything, but we use everything in Krishna's service.
Harivo. Shankaracharya philosophy is first take sannyas, then only you will understand what is absolute truth. So Vaishnava philosophy means actually our philosophy is to we have nothing to do this world, but we use everything in this service of Krishna. That's what is Vaishnava philosophy. So how everything belongs to Krishna? That is Prabhupada quoted one sloka. If I tell, that is very easy. Yes, Prabhu. श्लोक नहीं पता है
कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञ
no
नीलमध्य कृष्ण संबंध
that is not here. Isopnishat. Isha vashamidam sarvam kinchat jagatyam jagat. Hari bol. So So that's why we don't say anything is false. So afterwards, as he said, Rupa Goswami is saying that anasaktasya vishyan. So here Prabhupada is telling actually what is the consciousness of karmi and jnani. or how a karmi thinks and how a jnani thinks, and is what is the defect in it. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Karmi thinks that the Karmi is attached to the Krishna's properties and Gyanis is renounced to the Krishna's properties.
Then what is the defect in it? Yes, bro. Kashiram Prabhu will tell.
Defects of proper tell example that the bhaktas devotee are never attached to that any other things, and they will everything serves Krishna, not for sense gratifications.
Defect, one main defect, our Prabhu will tell.
Prabhupada said that if it is not yours, then how can you renounce it?
When
So
this
it's
world
God's
belongs
property.
to you, how can you give up which is not yours? You are telling that I am renouncing this world. When this world became your property first, no? How can you renounce? Hari Bol. So next, actually, what is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is thinking during Ratha-yatra? What we should be also thinking the same. Anybody? Yes, can I? You want to say, bro? Yes. You say.
Hare Krishna. Supreme Lord is thinking that Lord Krishna, Jagannath Prabhu is
Hari Bol. So Lord Chaitanya was thinking that I am taking Krishna to Vrindavan. That is, in that way, he is very ecstatic. And next, Prabhupada is speaking about this occasion, actually, the significance of Gundica-marjana. What happened during the Gundica-marjana time, during Chaitanya Mahaprabhu time? Vinay Prabhu, you want to say?
Hare Krishna. In Gundica temple, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally came to the temple before the Ratha-yatra comes on this day, cleans the temple with along with his assistants. Like there is no pipes there.
Hose pipes are not there.
Hose pipes are not there. So they are bringing for big tank nearby from pots water and collectively, and all the assistants were collecting the dust, how much you have collected the dust, and so this way they are doing the cleaning process in Gundica-marjana.
Hari Bol. There are many Vaishnavas are from Orissa and Bengal. Why? Yes, bro.
Because Mahaprabhu took birth in Bengal and Mahaprabhu has resided in Orissa, Puri. So naturally there are many devotees from Bengal and Orissa.
Hari Bol. What is the order given by King Pratapruddra to his ministers? Simple questions. Yes, Kashiram. Anybody is there?
Prataprudra, being a devotee of Lord Chaitanya, instructed his members to assist Lord Chaitanya in cleaning, providing all the resources required for cleaning the temple.
Hari Bol. Whatever the desire of the Lord Chaitanya must be carried out immediately. That's the instruction which King Prataprudra gave. And next, Prabhupada concluded how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu oversaw the cleaning process personally.
Hare Krishna. So he told that whoever, if the dust is found more, it will be eligible that you have done it perfectly.
Haribo. Prabhupada said here, I will understand that you worked very hard if the dust is collected more. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Gundica-marjanam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.